Before we begin, I don't know if everyone's got one, but you will definitely need a tea towel. So I'm just going to give you 30 seconds to go off and get yourself a tea towel. And I just want to talk a little bit about the house rule. So we've had requests for this session to work on posture, relaxation, and wheelchair exercises. So the way I thought I'd make this class is it will be progressive. So we'll start off with the easier chair-based exercises first, and then we'll start increasing the difficulty and the intensity. If you're struggling with any of this, stop, and then go back to the previous exercises. Make sure you've got a glass of water beside you. You've got your tea towel. If you're on your own, please have your mobile phone next to you, and make sure the area you're exercising, there's nothing to trip over. Right, so let's start. What we're going to do is we're going to begin with the relaxation side of things. So I just want you to sit in the chair. Now, when you sit, simple little things, make sure your heels don't go past your knees. What happens there is if your heels go past your knees, they shorten the hamstrings pull on the pelvis and put pressure in the lower back. So we want to sit forward, okay, with the heels underneath the knees. Straighten yourself up. You can put your hands wherever you want them. And we're just going to do a really simple relaxation technique, which I use all the time. Very beneficial. So we will begin. Relax by softening your forehead. Unclench your jaw and relax your shoulders. And I find this technique's really beneficial because half the time, especially with the stress of life, we're like this. So we're just going to do that again. So I'm just going to relay it to you one more time. So we relax by unclenching your forehead, relax your forehead, unclench your jaw, and relax your shoulders. Good. And you should feel your shoulders dropping down and your face relaxing. And the first thing we're going to start is belly breaths or diaphragmatic breathing. Now, this has actually been clinically proven to reduce stress hormone and relax the body. So it's definitely a worthwhile technique for you to do at home at the end of the day or whenever you get 5 minutes. All you do with this one, you can either do it seated or lying. But what you want to do is relax yourself in the chair. Okay, so I'm going to sit myself back in the chair, put my feet and arms in a comfortable position. And I'm going to take a big, deep breath in through my nose, blowing my tummy out. And then I'm going to breathe out through my mouth, squeezing my tummy in. And that's belly breaths and that's diaphragmatic breathing. So the way it works, it gets the diaphragm here, which is also one of your core muscles, working optimally. So it really maxes the amount of oxygen that gets in your body. So we're just going to sit for a minute and a half and we're going to start with belly breath. So breathe in through your nose, blowing your tummy out, and breathe out through your mouth, squeezing your tummy in. You might find it beneficial just to have a hand resting on the stomach so you can feel what's going on. So in through the nose, blowing the tummy out through the mouth, squeezing the tummy in. Don't worry, this is very, very difficult to grasp first of all. So don't worry if you're struggling, it takes a lot of coordination. If you have any questions, please type them in. I've got Jonah here, he will relay anything to me. So feel free, this class is for you. So, and like Claire said at the beginning, if we're missing anything, if you want anything added into it or you didn't like it, then please email Claire and let her know. And hopefully we can tailor make a perfect class for you guys. So we're just going to do another 30 seconds of that in through the nose, blowing the tummy out and breathe out through the mouth, squeezing the tummy in. And as you're doing it, if it's taking effect, you should feel your shoulders relaxing, the tension in your neck easing off, your arms feeling a bit heavier, where everything in the body is auto-correcting and starting to sit back in its right anatomical position instead of shoulders veering that we all do. Right, so that's the first one. That's a nice minute and a half. Right, from there, we're going to start with decompression. Now, obviously, being unpaid carers, it's really stressful, have to find out everything and deal with everything. So what happens is you tend to get really, really tense, okay? And that compresses the ribs, it tightens the chest muscles. So if your ribs are compressed, you're going to struggle breathing. If your chest is tight, it's going to pull the shoulders down. That means instead of the shoulders, the arms hanging off the shoulders correctly, come forwards, and the weight of the arms hangs off the neck. We're just going to do a little bit to help decompress. So put those feet, make sure the knees, heels are under knees, sit yourself up nice and straight, and we're going to start with core. And all I want you to do here is imagine a zip going from your groin to your belly button. I just want you to zip it up. Now, core is so important because if you've got the right core, everything works correctly. If you haven't, the body leans forward, you get stress, tension, all sorts of niggles, knots, aches, and pain built up. So I do a lot of work with core. For me, it's the fundamentally most important thing that you can work on to help improve your body. So we're going to try core. And a lot of you won't be used to sitting like this, so it'll feel really difficult and really tiring. We're only going to sit and hold it for 10 seconds. So we just pull the zip, the imaginary zip from our groin to the belly button, put it in, you'll feel your belly button drawing in, and we're going to hold that and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, that's excellent. Now, the trouble with core is you may have found you stop breathing when you're doing that. Because as I said earlier, one of the core muscles is the diaphragm. And if you're sucking everything in, the diaphragm tends to stop working. So you stop breathing. So make sure you breathe because it's quite important, not only for exercise, but for life. So what we're going to do, we're going to try that again. We're going to zip up our core. So zip up from the groin to the belly button. And we're going to hold that for 10 seconds, but remembering to breathe. Keep breathing. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. So the next thing we'll talk about is a neutral spine. So most damage and backaches come from home. When you I work in a gym-based environment, when you're going to exercise, your body and brain know that what the equipment you're going to use is heavy and it will sort itself out. But when you're sitting at home, I'll give you a little demonstration. So you can see here, I've got a nice neutral spine. When you sit at home, you tend to curve your spine, sit like that, and then all your body weight is being hammered into your lower back. And that's what puts pressure on the discs and the nerves and can lead to aches and pain. So we're going to start with working out what is a neutral spine. So I like to keep things simple. And a neutral spine is just the position that you're sitting or standing in or lying in that you can't feel your back. So when you put your core on, because the body's not used to sitting with the core, and you may have found it goes into your back. So what we're going to do, we're going to zip up our core. So pull up that zip from the groin to the belly button, and then just have a little play around with your lower back. You might need to push it slightly back. You might need to pull it slightly in, and just play around with the position until you can't feel your back, and you can feel all your body weight sitting in your stomach, right? And that's a neutral spine. I'm not expecting you to get these like straight away. This is something that requires a little practice. And I just want to make you more mindful of putting your core on. Right, we've got a new question, Jonah.
Hey, asked it.
Yeah.
Breathing, but my feet are going on toes, feet legs.
Right.
Am I doing the core?
No, not at all. It's just obviously your muscles are really, really tight. So when you're breathing in, okay, if everything's tight round here and then you're breathing in, your body's having to force to do things. Okay, so you've got massive muscles in the quad. This is the longest bone in the body. These are the longest muscles. Okay, if they're tight and they attach here and you're pulling this up, you're going to lift your legs. So that just tells me that your muscles are really tight, and the best way to loosen tight muscles is just gentle movement, which we're gonna get to later on. If I stop waffling, I realise we've only got 15 minutes left. But don't worry, at the when we finish with the chair exercises, we're going to do a gentle loosen off, and then we're going to do stretches. And then after this session, okay, if you go back to the core exercises, you should feel that it disappears or it happens a lot less. Okay, but don't worry about that. So we've done neutral spine, we've done core. So what we're going to do now, where are we? We're just going to start mobilizing the trunk. Okay, so sit yourself, heels under knees, zip up your core, find that neutral spine. Now link your fingers together like so. Place your thumbs on your sternum and lift your elbows so your arms are parallel to the floor. And what we're going to do, we're going to keep the thumbs pressed on the sternum, so don't let them pull away. And we're just going to gently twist round to the side. Make sure your eyes follow the backward elbow. Now we're going to do 5 on each side, and each time I want you to increase it a little bit more. So let's go. Twist, try and keep the legs facing forward, back to center, and twist. So we're going to try and go a little bit further now. And if you're nice and loose, when you do it, your elbow would disappear. If you're not, it will only go to here. Don't worry. All these exercises are basically I'm just doing them to make you more aware of what's going on in your body and how you can improve it. So let's do 1 more on each side. Gentle twist, making sure we breathe. Back to center, gentle twist, back to center. Right, excellent. So that's the decompression side of things. Now let's loosen off the shoulders, okay? This is where we need the tea towel, please. So grab your tea towel, fold it in half and fold it in half again. First thing, sit up straight, put your core on, is your spine neutral, relax your shoulders. We're going to hold the tea towel like it's a bar, and we're going to pull the tea towel underneath our bust, just above our belly button. But as we do this, I want your elbows tucked in and as far back as you can. What we're trying to do here is 2 things. We're strengthening up the big upper back muscles that are overworked and underpaid. And we're also loosening off the chest muscles by pulling our arms back. And the tight chest is quite often responsible for headache and postural problems. So if I just sit to the side and show you, we're going to pull elbows back, squeezing into those upper back muscles, and then come forwards. So let's do 10 of those, breathing as we go. So before we start, breathe in and breathe out. 1, squeeze, come forwards. 2, squeeze, come forwards. 3, squeeze those shoulder blades together. 4, if you're doing this right, it will feel tight and you will get a slight warmth or a burn. Right, it is well known in the fitness industry that trainers cannot count and talk at the same time. So, excuse me, I've got no idea how many we've done. I'm going to guess it's 8. Good. Squeeze. 9. And 1 more. And 10. Good. Right, so now we're going to loosen off those muscles. So, hands on shoulders. Lift and rotate. Lift and rotate. We're going to do 10 of these. That's 3. Now, the more crunching and cracking you can hear going on behind your shoulders, the better, because that's all those tight muscles that are stuck together and twisted loose. So let's carry on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. Good. And we're just going to put our hands on our hips, or if you've got tight wrists, make a fist, put your fist on your hip and just pull the elbows back, and you should feel a nice stretch across the chest. And for any stretch to be beneficial, you want to hold it for 20 seconds. So let's hold for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Right, have we got any questions coming in, Jonah? Right, so I'll carry on. Please feel free, don't worry about disturbing the class, feel free to ask questions as you go on. Right, so now we're going to talk about weight shifting. So now we're going to strengthen our core. So what we're going to do here is we want the feet slightly wider for this. Now, arms crossed over your chest, zip up your core neutral spine, and we're going to do a forward lean. And I want you to lean forward so you can feel the point where your body weight shifts to your stomach, and you can feel your buttocks start to just gently raise off the chair. We're going to hold that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is a nice, gentle core strengthening exercise we can do, and it also improves balance. So let's try that again. Try and keep your head up, your spine straight, so we're not bending our spine. And we're just going to lean forwards to the point where you feel your tummy muscles working, and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back. We're going to do 2 more of these. So lean forwards, hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time, lean forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you want a side view for sure? So I'm sitting up straight. Put my core on neutral spine, arms crossed. My head stays up. I'm stay looking forwards, and I just lean forward to the point where I can feel my body weight in my tummy, and I can feel my buttocks slightly lifting, the weight moving away from my center of mass. Okay? So, okay, if what I would say, if your upper legs are shaking when you're doing this, when you're leaning forwards, you're probably impinging on a nerve. Okay? So the nerve impingement can either come from the spine itself or the tight muscles in the buttock. One of the main culprits for a tight back is the sciatic nerve, which passes from here all the way down here. And if the bum muscles are really tight, they can clamp on the sciatic nerve like a vice. So if you're feeling it going there, you obviously want to stop. You don't want to aggravate the nerve. So only go as far as the point where you can't feel it. If you can feel it, you've probably gone too far. But what you definitely need to do is start loosening off that body and stretching off those muscles. What I can do is I can do a little PDF of stretches to loosen off the back. I can give that there and make that available. Okay. There. All right, no worries. So now we're going to convert that into side leans. So feet a little bit wider, arms crossed, and we're just going to lean to the side. Again, you want to feel your body weight moving away from the center of mass to the side, and you'll feel that the buttock, the opposite buttock slightly lift off, and the feet slightly come off. We're going to hold, come back to center. We're going to gently do that on the other side. Hold it there, back to center. We're going to do 1 more on each side. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Over there. 3, 2, 1. So now we're going to do a hip strategy to work on core and work on balance. And this will help with preventing falls. So you can either do this seated or standing. I'm going to do it standing. Now with this, the movement wants to come from the hips. Okay, your legs want to be straight but knees slightly soft. And the easiest way to explain this one is imagine there's an apple tree in front of you, and you're going to lean forward. You're going to lean as far as you can, pick an apple from the tree and come back. So if I do that side on, we're going to lean forward, we're going to pick that apple, and we're going to come back. Worst case scenario, if you lean too far forwards, you'll just take a step. And that basically, if you take a step, then you are challenging your base support to its limit. Okay? So what we're going to do, let's start with an apple head height. Lean, pick up the apple, pull it back. Change hands, shoulder height. Lean, pick up the apple, pull it back. Change hands, so let's go chest height. Lean, pick up the apple, come back. Change hands, waist height. Lean, pick up the apple, come back. Change hands, knee height. Lean, pick up the apple, and come back. Perfect. Right, so next one. A side view. So if we're doing it side, we're just like so, like so, like so, and like so. So the idea is we're working our hip muscles. And again, the hips will be really tight. It can give you a bad back. So from there, right, let's do some more loosening off. Right, with this one, you can either do it, this exercise, you can also do seated as well. Right, I want feet hip distance apart. I want knees slightly soft. I want you to zip up your core, open up your chest, and keep your head up. So keep your eyes focused on the wall in front of you. And we're going to shrug. So arms stay straight. We're going to shrug up and down. Let's go. 2. This is a really easy way of loosening off all the tension in your neck and shoulders without injuring yourself or causing damage. These are working massive big muscles that can get really tight and cause loads of aches and pains. Okay, from there, we're going to try and loosen off your scapula. Take your feet a little bit wider. Okay, so either tea towel or not, imagine you're holding onto something. In fact, let's not imagine. Let's make it easier and grab the tea towel. So we're going to pull our arms down, and you're going to be pushing your shoulder blades down as far as you can. Hold them for a second, lift them up, and squeeze your shoulder blades up as high as you can. Yeah, side view, squeeze the shoulders down, push the shoulder blades up. Let's give you a rear view. My arms come down, my shoulder blades come down, I lift up, and I raise my shoulder blades up. Again, from the side, down and up, down and up. Let's do 2 more. 2, squeeze and raise, squeeze and raise. Good. Right, now, let's give that a little stretch. So make a fist in the small of your back. Pull your elbows in and stretch your chest. If you find that's uncomfortable on your shoulders, still with a fist, hands on the side, pull the elbows in. Good. Right, so we've only got 5 minutes left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a light aerobic class with a little bit of strength and a stretch afterwards. So each station we're just going to do for 10 seconds. So let's start with a march. Right, swing those arms, try and get them nice and loose. Get the body, you want the body flowing nice and easy. Okay, from there we're going to go a side step. Step, 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 bring the arm, step, step, step. And this is just designed to give the body a general all-round loosen off. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go heels forward to the ground, heels, and we're going to add some bicep curls. Make sure you've got that core on and you're taking nice deep breaths. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into, we're going to do hamstring curls now. So flick the heel to your bum, elbows back, elbows back. Let's go. 10, 9, 8. Nice big deep breaths. Keep breathing, keep that chest open. 2 and 1. Back to a march. So just let your heart rate settle down a bit, taking nice big deep breaths, swinging those arms, keeping the arms at 90 degrees. And what we're going to do now is just work on a little bit of balance and strength, and we're going to do a single leg knee raise, and we're going to do 4. So up to waist height, 2, 3, 4. Switch, 1, 2, 3. We're going to add a little twist now. Elbow, 2, 3, 4. Other side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch, 1, 2, 3, 4. And switch, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to step to the side, step, step, and add some arms. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's now march again. Really march with purpose. Bring those knees up and swing those arms. Get that heart rate up and get the blood flowing around your body. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slow the march down, so we can start winding down. We've only got a couple more minutes to go, and I want to put some stretches in. 3, 2, 1. And just relax. Okay, so I'm not going to do the strength work. If you guys, because we've run out of time, if you want strength work, then please email Claire and I can do more strength work in 2 weeks' time when we meet again. So first things first, we're going to stretch our calves. Important to stretch the calves because basically, long story short, if the calves are tight, it really does interfere with your walking, which adds tension through the body. So find something sturdy to push against. Hands on, so either a kitchen worktop or a strong wall. Make sure it's not going to go anywhere. Place your heel back. The back heel, glue it to the floor. The front leg, lean forwards. And feel that big stretch in the back of the calf. Let's hold that for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swap sides. Other leg goes back. Press that heel, that backward heel goes press down into the floor. Lean on the front knee, lean forwards. Let's hold that for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to stretch these big thigh muscles off, and this is where the T-towel comes in handy. So again, using something for support, you can either grab your leg, or if that's too difficult, place the T-towel around the ankle and pull the leg up. Now this one, knees stay together, lift the leg up as far as you can and push the hips forward. Okay, so your knees aren't apart, the knees stay together, like so. And let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Swap sides, T-towel around the ankle, hold on to support, straighten up, knees stay together, and then push the hips forward. And you're after a nice, big, strong stretch in the thigh muscle. And let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Right, from there, we're going to stretch the muscles in the upper back. This is the hug the tree stretch. Imagine there's a massive tree in front of you. Come up to it and give it a cuddle. Okay, like so. Now push your shoulders forwards into your elbows, and you should feel a big stretch up here. So we're just going to hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. So that's it for me for this week. If you have any questions or specific exercises or aches and pains or anything that you want covered, please email Claire in. I'll produce that PDF for lower back stretches to ease off sort of pain around here. And apart from that, I will look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.